Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Happy Cast. I am your host, Andrew, and I'm not joined by Stephanie, which means this should run smoothly. In her place is her replacement. She's co-hosted before. We have Izzy. So welcome, Izzy, back to the podcast and helping us out, as always, as we do some of these more interesting attempts at recapping races with a bunch of people. So thank you, Izzy, for joining. How are you doing, by the way?
I'm doing fantastic. I didn't know what day it was today, but that's okay. I do now. It's Tuesday.
Well, you knew more than I did because I've been all over the place the last few hours, but I'm just happy we're all here together in one piece. For now, at least. We'll see what transpires over the next hour. But we are continuing our Mammoth 200 the inaugural year recap. Part one, we had 5 different people on, and so we just got to pick their brains a little bit. All unique perspectives, from back to the pack, first-time 200-milers, to someone doing their 9th in 1 year, and then obviously someone who just can't stop losing them. So we had all sorts of different perspectives, but this one's a little smaller, which is good. It's going to be a little more intimate. We're joined by 2 finishers of the inaugural year race, so we're excited to hear some of their perspectives. And what a coincidence, everyone here kind of knows each other beforehand, so it all kind of works out. So no awkward introductions, hopefully. But we are joined by, and I'm going to butcher these names, Amber Bouge, not Bougie, who I was just reminded is a Utah resident, so part of the Utah clan. Who I had the fortune of meeting at Cocodona earlier this year next to Izzy. Izzy introduced me to her, so it all worked out. So welcome, Amber. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I'm pretty good. Sitting outside in Utah.
She's sitting outside, and it's the best outside quality I've ever heard. But then again, she's in Utah. There's nothing but dead air out there, so... Joining her as another finisher of the inaugural year of this race, who I also met at Cocodona, but the year prior, it was kind of a fun way of meeting him. Some guy was trying to interrupt her finish and almost got in a fight. I almost got in a fight with him. Steve Epifano, I hope I said that right.
Yep.
Who's a running coach and also another fellow podcaster. Steve, welcome to the podcast. This is both of your first time, so we're excited to have you. But Steve, how are you doing right now?
Not too bad. Getting recovered for sure. The brain fog's kind of going away, which is good for a podcast.
Well, it's the best way to recover is to not only just immediately talk about the race you just did, but also to leave and fly across the country and host your own
Exactly.
race, which you're about to do. So, how are you feeling about that?
Not too bad. I thought I was going to catch up on sleep this week, but then I realized I booked a red eye on Wednesday night at 10:30, and then getting in and start marking the trail when I get to like West Virginia at like 9:30 in the morning. So that'll be fun. My family is really happy about it.
Yeah, and what's the name of this race that you're hosting?
It's called the RAF Trail Series. It's the Robin Ames Foundation Trail Series. So it's we set a foundation up for one of my buddies who in 2020 was hit by a distracted driver while he was riding his bike and ultimately passed away. So we try to raise awareness for the dangers of distracted driving through races, and it's kind of like a grassroots approach where we do research through the West Virginia University Engineering Department on like different ways to stop distracted driving, and then also just grassroots like billboards and education and stuff like that.
That's very noble. That sounds awesome. I'm gonna have to check that race out, as I will not be too far away from it. So I got to figure out. So we're in the corner of Ohio, so we'll see. So Amber, he's hosting a race. What are you hosting in your time of recovery right now, other than feelings?
Am hosting nothing. My
Nothing.
couple of numb toes that I'm hanging out with. I didn't. I finished and drove home, and the very next morning got thrown back into mom life. I didn't skip a beat.
Your problem was you drove home immediately, or did someone drive you?
No, I drove the next
Why
day.
would you? No. When I finished Arizona Monster this year, Regina couldn't make it, so she was here alone. But when I finished, I made sure to drag ass on my way home. I stopped and did like a
for sure.
victory tour. I stopped in Flagstaff, the wrong direction. Like went to go see friends. Like I took my sweet ass time as I drove home. So, yeah, I relished every truck stop. I stayed
In and
at,
out.
just, and then so New Mexico has a lot of interesting places. Get Maverick gas stations, as you should know, Amber. You have a bunch of them in Utah. Some of the best burritos I've ever had.
Hot dogs.
Yeah.
Not that I eat them anymore, but yeah.
They have this like chili cheese, like chipotle, potato, like the fattest thing ever. It's just like an actual chode of a burrito.
All of that's in one burrito.
Yeah, and it's like a chili, tater tots in it. It's great. I take pictures of them usually. When I finish these races, I take pictures of my buckle next to the Maverick gas station logo on the burritos. So anyway, now you know for next time, just drag ass.
And have a driver. Yeah. I got thrown in the back of the van and just slept the whole ride home, unless I needed to go pee or eat again. Yep. I had my little In-N-Out burger and fries next to me, curled up. Yep.
I mean,
I at least took a day off. Like I think we finished Monday night. I took the day off on Tuesday and then drove back Wednesday at least. So it wasn't too bad.
There's a lot of regret coming over Amber right now.
I know. Well, now I know what to do next time. It was my first 200. I didn't know what I was doing.
So yeah, let's talk about that really fast. Let's see. I asked the original group yesterday just how recovery is going. So we're going to start there. Steve, right now you've done these before. How is recovery going for you right now? What are your first initial thoughts right now in the brain fog of the Mammoth 200?
It's not too bad in terms of my body being recovered. I feel pretty good. Like I said, there's brain fog, and my wife said I can only use that excuse for 2 weeks, I think.
2 weeks, that's a long time.
And then it's just a general brain fog, I think. And then but I told her this morning, because I had a workout with the group I coach and then a one-on-one client that I coach, and I was like, I have zero desire to run. Although I feel fine, like I could run, I just do not feel like running at all. So I've been probably taking this a little bit more easily than I did my recovery from Cocodona a little bit. So just because mentally I'm not there. I think I'm just fatigued mentally.
Mm-hmm.
And what are your immediate first thoughts regarding the whole experience?
I thought it was amazing. It was gorgeous. I only have Cocodona to compare it to.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a different type of pretty and a different type of scenery. So they're both gorgeous in their own way for sure. But just the amount of lakes in the alpine forest was really cool to see. And the clouds were a lot different, and just the unpredictable nature of the weather was a little bit crazier than the desert was for sure.
Yeah, did you guys have I'm assuming you guys had to deal with some of that shitty weather that a lot of the mid to back packers had to, or even maybe the front third. I'm not entirely sure who all got stuck in that weather.
Amber did for sure. I feel like Amber gets stuck in shelter in places during races pretty often.
It's been a theme for this year, for sure.
Oh yeah, what other times have you had to take shelter?
Broken Arrow in the 2-lap. The second loop, everyone had a shelter in place for a lightning snowstorm for a couple hours. And then the race ultimately got canceled, and we had to hike out.
That's not funny, but it is. It's were you guys ever terrified?
No.
Did it get that scary at all for you guys?
No, it was okay. We were in a ski shack, so it felt they're lightning proof, I think. I heard one of the shacks got hit actually, and they were fine.
what does lightning proof even mean? I mean, it only takes one, like just one unique strand of lightning that changes the game, and it's just like not today, and you just destroy that little ski shack. I don't trust anything. Like I'm actually a huge pansy out on the trail. I don't know how you guys are, but I assume the worst at all times. You see a garden snake, and everyone's like, "It's not venomous. It's not gonna do." But this could be the one, you know. There's a first time for everything. This thing's gonna be the one that does it. So, I
So
don't know.
Amber, how long were you stuck this time for the Mammoth in the ski shack?
We weren't stuck really. We weren't required to be there. We got to the top and it just kind of freaked out because the visibility was pretty short, and then it was really windy, and sunset had just happened, so it was pretty dark. So we just stayed in the shack I guess it was a gondola building, because we weren't really sure what was happening. But they didn't say, don't go, stay here. There were a couple guys that were like, I'm not going back out there. One guy was saying there was lightning struck near him on the ground.
That's
or
Remo.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mo, yeah,
So
He
he
almost
was,
died 2 times last week.
yeah. It's crazy.
yeah. So he's like, I'm not going. And then people were coming into the shack kind of disheveled, and one guy had like a mild anxiety attack going on because he had gotten lost up at the top. But we went back out. We're like, screw this. Like we got to keep going. So we got in a group of 5, and we're like, made a plan. We're going to stick together. Everyone's got the GPS and good lighting, and we just left together, and it was fine.
Because this wasn't the reroute yet. You guys avoided the reroute, right?
No, we missed.
Yeah.
Missed it? Okay.
So everyone after us got to skip the mountain. Is that how it worked out?
I don't know at one
After
point,
us,
but yes.
like I think it was pretty close. Yeah. Amber probably got to the top about a half hour before I did, and then they were coming down when I was coming up. But yeah, visibility at the top of the mountain on Monday night was horrendous.
Yeah.
Couldn't see a foot in front of me. I tried to like make my lights as bright as I could, and then make my lights as dim as I could, and I couldn't see anything. And it was probably like, I don't know, 40 to 50 mile an hour winds at the top. And,
all of the trail markers got blown away.
Yeah, couldn't see anything. And
If you guys
so I
were
just had
calm and collected just this whole time.
I was like, if I don't get in within like the next 20 minutes, I'm going to freeze out here. So I was kind of panicking a little bit, but like I thought I made a left and went uphill, but I was making a right and went downhill. So I just had my phone out, like walking in circles for like 10 minutes.
You had the phone the whole
trail.
time. With
Yeah,
the,
I was just following my phone. Yeah, that's all
Yep.
you could do.
And then I eventually found the fence and was like, okay, this is the fence from the beginning. I just got to keep it on my left, and eventually it'll get to the aid station. And they had all their lights on, and you couldn't see it. They had all of them on. It was crazy.
What time of day was this for you guys?
7?
Yeah,
Right
I
after
was probably coming
sunset.
up- yeah, I probably came up like around
Oh,
8-ish.
boy.
Yeah.
Wow, going into the dark. That's even worse.
Yeah.
That's terrifying,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I would have been stuck in that. Oh, Lord. Good
but
thing-
then at the ski hut, you only had like 6 miles left to the finish, right?
Yep.
So you're like, I want to get out of here and just get it over and done with.
Yeah, I wanted to go to bed. Yeah,
Out of here.
I wanted to be done.
She wanted to be back in the vehicle and hurry on home.
Drive home.
to do
Driving home.
Mom stuff. Just like I got
Gotta make dinner.
It's like no one else. Like, oh boy. So Amber, same question for you. How's recovery, and what are your immediate brain fog thoughts of the Mammoth 200?
I think recovery is going well. I've only ran 100 before, so I don't have a lot to compare it to. My toes are numb. My ankles are covered in these red, blotchy, itchy spots. I don't know if that's
Usually
normal.
from sand, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't
Yeah.
know. Every night when I go to bed, I'm just spraying Benadryl all over myself to help go to sleep. And there was something else. Brain fog, I guess. I can't remember.
She's forgetting right now.
I know we were talking a little bit, like I was talking to you about the emotional aspects, especially it being your first 200. Like I was extremely like sad after mine after a while. Like I just got kind of sad for about a week. The post-race blues, you know, and everything's emotional. It's easy for you to get emotional. It's like that jolt of being like pulled back into reality when your life was kind of out there for 3 to 4 to 5 days, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, especially in your case, being a mom again, going back to work, or you know, going back to Utah. I don't know what's the hardest part, but
Which one's harder?
but But yeah, it's just, how's that going for you?
I don't. I'm not a very emotional person, so I'm not a good person for this question. I was in the
Oh,
military for a long time, so you just suck it up. But
I'm terrible for this. Someone else should hook. Take it away, Izzy.
I mean, I'm definitely sad, and I'm like, what do I do with all this free time now? I'm not really running yet. I don't. I mean, packing alone took hours,
Yeah.
hours of my life trying to organize 19 drop bags, and then I wasn't really going to have a crew. And the last minute, my parents and my aunt stepped in to help out, and they've never crewed before. So they didn't. I didn't know what to do with them, and so just that. Then organizing them took forever. Anyways, long story short, I have so much free time now in between, like running kids to school and soccer and dance and stuff. But I don't know. It's kind of sad, but it's not. The very next day after the race, I already signed up for my next 100 just because is that what you're supposed to do? Sign
Yeah,
up for
That's what
another
you're
race?
supposed to do. Exactly.
Sure,
Good
yeah,
job.
jump right back
Good
in.
job.
that's
Yeah.
what you do
Okay.
to
Check.
fight off the sadness.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
a subconscious response.
So which one did you sign up for?
A friend Jess sent me the Black Canyon 100K. So I went to sign up, and it was like, well, don't you want to do the Echo where you tack on the 50K the next day? So
Well, yeah, duh.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just sign up for both, of course.
She
All right, so that's in
signed up.
February, desert race. Do you know how you're going to train for a desert race living in Utah now?
Sauna.
I heard
You
running
do.
in
You
snow
travel
is
to
like
SoCal.
running in sand.
You travel to SoCal and you go do training camp with Steve, where it's, there's two different types of weather. There's regular San Diego weather, and then there's beanies and Ugg boots weather.
At 50
Yeah.
degrees.
Different types. Yeah.
At 50, yeah.
I
I don't
can do
know.
what Jessica does and just have a second home in Arizona and
Yeah.
then fuck off to there when Utah is under snow. That's always an easy solution. So just have a second
Yeah.
home in
Yeah,
the desert.
I mean,
So, yeah.
sure.
I
Tomorrow
just
on
been
it.
an idiot the entire time. So that's why we're gonna get a second home in the desert now. So I already live in one, and yeah, we don't have any mountains here, so I don't know why I would want to do
Yeah.
that. But so you guys both signed up for this race because what drew you guys to the Mammoth 200, especially it being an inaugural year with a company that hasn't done something this long before? Steve, what say you?
So, I mean, I'm usually not the one. I don't like to be the first on the roller coaster. I usually like other people to go first. Like I know the first time they had Cocodona, they had some issues and stuff like that too. But talking to people, they put on a really good trail fest like the week before. So I figured they really knew what they were doing, and they did. I think they executed it really well. I would say there's no aid stations that were really lacking. Maybe some hot food in the beginning aid stations they didn't really have, but other than that, they were pretty spot on. And I mean, the water drops were pretty sufficient. Everything was well marked. So and because I didn't do Cocodona this year, I needed, that's a dumb way to put it. I wanted to have a 200 on my belt. So, and this one was kind of fit in with my timeline and it's almost in my backyard. So, and I wanted to run a race that wasn't in the desert and see how that went. And this was one of the ones. So I was like, yeah, let's give it a go.
Amber, when I first met you, standing next to Izzy at I forgot, Walnut Canyon, I think.
Oh, good memory.
Cocodona. Oh yeah, of course. That's one of my favorite aid stations. It's just so
That's a
easy
rough
to
one,
socialize
too.
with there. That's where you're the giant indoor building, right? Everyone's just like hanging out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, if I remember. Yeah. I think one of the first things I told you was a lie, and that was I was going to do the Mammoth 200, and because we were talking.
Yes, it was.
It's yeah. Every now and then you would just ask me if I was still doing it, and I would never say anything because
You just wouldn't respond.
I part of me still wanted to do it, but a bunch of life things happened, and it's like I don't want to go in shambles. I probably would have been DFL, stuck on the mountain, and I have one epic mountain DNF where I was on cloud nine, and then it got taken away from me at Tahoe with the breathing issues that randomly came on. So it's like I'm not, me at altitude. I can be 100% and then go to 0% really fast. So I'm not in great shape at the moment. So it's like, all right, I'll just defer it. But yeah, so I instantly lied to you. But you've been, I know at least since around Cocodona, you were kind of looking at it. So what made you want to sign up for this race? Why this one for your first 200?
Well, a couple different factors. I used to have a vacation home, a second home in Mammoth, so we would spend a lot of summers in there, up there. And I loved it. I ran all those trails. I've done Trail Fest twice before with Tim, and I thought he did a really good job as an RD. The race was awesome. The course is beautiful. You're like, how could you not want to run up there more? And then it just felt like kind of like part of home, like I should really do this. There's a race in this place that I just love, and that I like, my little bit of my heart still belongs to. So it was all those things kind of put together. And then before I went to Cocodona, or what's the other one? Tahoe 200. I never really wanted to run a 200 before. It wasn't even on my radar. I was like content with 100s. And then I went with Ben to, where did I go? Cocodona, right? And then I went by myself to Tahoe, and I got to be part of the community and see people and meet people. And I was kind of drawn to how tight everyone was there and how supportive. And it was so different from the shorter races. So I was really drawn to that too. So those two things combined kind of made me want to sign up for it. And I had a lot of faith in Tim that he would do a good job and Hillary would pull it through. And same thing as like what Steve said, I thought they did an amazing job. My only complaint, when they asked, would be maybe like some hot food at Sherwin Creek. I was really wanting that kind of like dinner warmth when we were running through there. But besides that, the race was great. I loved it. It was a perfect intro experience for me.
That's awesome.
A lot of people were talking about the abundance of instant mashed potatoes.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
And rice. There's a lot of rice dishes.
For better and worse. Rice dishes, that's kind of, I don't think I've ever had a
Yum.
rice dish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I left one aid station with a rice boat, and there was seaweed in there and avocado, and I was just kind of going down the road eating this rice dish. It was really good.
There was a volunteer at Moab last year who made sushi, vegan sushi.
Where are these aid stations at?
This was Monticello Lake. She was there, and it was like vegan style. So it just had like the avocado, cucumber, and then just adding all that soy sauce, the salt, and then she had miso soup, so another super salty. I love it. Great idea.
Yeah.
Rice balls, I think, are like key. Number one. They're amazing. If you can get them down.
It's a good question. What would be your go-to aid station food item if you could have it there? Because sushi is actually a really good choice. It has everything you need, and it's not too filling. Hopefully, unless it's gas station sushi, which I wouldn't. I would still eat that, to be honest. Yeah, if you guys had like an item, Izzy, let's start with you. What would you like at an aid station if you could have it?
Well, I had said the complaint a bunch of times, Pop-Tarts, and now more and more aid stations have Pop-Tarts. Yeah, more and more races. Yeah, so the word's spreading now.
Just, are they Pop-Tarts or are they those off-brand like?
No, they have to be the real Pop-Tarts with red dye number 5. Don't give me that healthy shit. It's not the same, people.
But do you mind a Pop-Tart that isn't toasted?
Nope, it's fine. It's like, it gets my comfort food. So when I'm going in a low, I reach for a Pop-Tart, and my crew knows that too. If I have a crew or pacers.
Does it get crushed in your pack?
So they get crushed, but they also have Pop-Tart poppers, which are like the small little poppers, and they're harder on the outside, and they come in a snack pack.
Oh, I know those. Those are good.
I'm telling you, Pop-Tarts, every time I ask for sponsorship, I send them my marketing pitch, and I get rejected. But I'm never giving up on my dreams, guys.
I have it in
It's
with
easier
Kellogg.
to eat. Yeah, it's easier to eat with crumbs, too. I
You
always
just
put one in my pack. Yeah.
Quick to chew, quick to swallow. Yeah, that makes sense.
Amber, are you saying you only eat Pop-Tarts toasted?
Yeah, Izzy actually sent me with some Pop-Tarts to the Mammoth, and it did not get eaten.
Because they weren't toasted.
It was not. I took it to an aid station thinking maybe they could toast it for me.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
Can you put this on the griddle for me? Yeah.
Oh, it didn't happen.
Wow. Toaster strudels, honestly, like if they just thaw out after a while, so you can just eat them on the go. So my favorite story was one year Andrea Moore took I think, burgers to go at the start of Cocodona, and they like dissolved. Like,
Yeah,
and
I
it's
could see
just
that.
like I forgot. I think was it what? No, I forgot where it was. But yeah, it was just they're still in the wrappers. Maybe there's McDonald's, and they're just like
Oh,
they were
that's pretty gross.
dissolving. So it's like, well, there goes that because I was kind of interested in that. I've
Yeah.
been using the walking tamales, whatever they call
I'm
them.
scared of those. It's
They're
just
pretty
Mexican
good.
food during a run.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like I have the problem with not going enough. So if anything, it'll help.
Does it burn?
Does it burn? Well, they have the spicy kind. What part? Coming in or coming out?
Are they sold with a bear butt wipe? Like it's a 2-packer?
Yeah.
Like you get the
Oh.
tamale with the bear butt wipe? And
Honestly, if anything, you should be advocating for people to eat dumb shit like this. Izzy.
Sure.
I did send both of these here on the call,
Yeah, we
bear
got
butt
some.
wipes before the race.
They were
Did you guys
fantastic.
wipe your
Yeah.
butts with these wipes?
Absolutely.
Or
I
just-
did.
How could we not? Yeah.
I was
Good part
kind of
of your body.
surprised at the amount of nature poops you take in a 200.
Yeah, it's
There's a lot.
Yeah,
Told you guys.
it's just like you guys
Yeah.
literally are fertilizing the land. Come back in like 10 years, it's going to be a little bush.
Love a tree there.
Yeah, so just remember where you marked your territory. I have some spots in Cocodona that are some doozies, so I need to run the race again. Waitlisted, so hopefully.
You're
But,
waitlisted.
Yeah.
Steve, are you running Coco? What did you sign up for after Mammoth?
Yeah, I'm waitlisted for. I think I'm like 400 or something like that because I got stuck in that loop for a while.
Uh-huh.
That happened on Ultra Run sign up. So I probably won't get in this year. I'm going to try to do Coco one more time to get my 1,000-mile buckle, and I think I'm going to retire from that race. But then I have Blackbeard's Revenge 100-miler in March that I'm going to do with my mom. So hopefully she'll be getting her buckle this year.
Oh,
And
cool.
where's that at?
It's in North Carolina. It goes in the Outer Banks. It goes from the Currituck Lighthouse all the way down to Hatteras Lighthouse.
I do have an idea for you guys. Instead of doing the Cocodona 250, you can join me and do the Bradshaw Brute 100, which is the first 100 miles of the
I did
course.
see that.
No
Yeah.
crew or pacers, so it's less expensive.
even harder.
Kevin Goldberg is the one who twisted my arm and got me to sign up for that. So,
I think I'm going to do it with you, actually.
see, there got another
Yeah.
female.
Yeah.
Just
Wait, I'll be
run-
like number 3 so far, I think.
There's 3 females registered, so you'll be number 4.
Oh, number
So we'll
4.
have to fight for a podium, Amber.
Don't
4 of us.
Why are you encouraging competition? It's like you just kick yourself off the podium.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks brutal. So for those of you wondering, it is the first 100 miles of the Cocodona course, but they take some liberties. They go different areas that are supposed to be more difficult.
Harder.
So less, I think,
Oh, wow.
service road after the first 50K, I believe. Stuff that we weren't able to do due to a higher number of runners, but they're able to do with this smaller group. So it's very interesting. Regardless, I think we're all going to Coco, right?
We'll all be there in some
Yeah,
capacity.
it's a party, but
Yeah.
so the Mammoth 200, the vibes at the start. Let's in my opinion, the first day of the race is always the worst because, as I mentioned in the previous episode, my brain is working too well, and as I alluded to, I'm a little bitch, and I want to quit at any moment's notice. So usually when I'm tired, I can't think, therefore I can't quit, and I'm easily manipulated, and so I just keep going. So the first day vibes and just the overall experience of the first day, the jitters and whatnot. Amber, especially with you, this being your first 200, how was the first day?
The first day was good. A bunch of friends told me, go slow, go really slow, stay at like a effort level 3. And everyone was just like, eat, keep eating, eat some more, eat a lot, pace yourself. Day 3 will be kind of like fun and exciting, but don't let it get to you. Don't get too excited, because then day 2, your body's like, WTF is happening. And then day 3, your body is kind of accepting what is happening. So day 1, I was excited, but I also wanted to hurry up and get to the feeling of day 3, if that makes sense. But day 1 is also when I met Steve coming down off of Twin Lakes. That was our first interaction. So mile 20 or something like
Yeah,
that.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were pointing out all the trails and stuff. I was like, oh man, she knows everything out here. She's like, oh, there's
So
a lake here. We got all this kind of stuff over here. There's a rock
Would you
climbing
say
wall over
POI
there."
a lot? POI?
No, I should have.
No.
When I run with my dad, he stops every 5 minutes and he's just like, here's a rock, here's a cactus, here's a bear paw print. And so Izzy and I are always like, oh, point of interest, point of interest. But then it's constant. And now it's like this little inside joke, POI. I should have.
You have a tour guide on your runs.
Peer to your right, there's a POI of a large crystal crag rock.
Have you ran much with Amber than Izzy?
Yeah.
Well, the fun fact is, people who are new to the show here, they don't know, but the three of us all know each other from San Diego.
Oh,
Like-
wow. I didn't
Like
know
Steve
that.
and I met at Cocodona because he had his big van that said SoCal Runner, and I said, you
Yeah.
and I should be friends because I live in SoCal. And then he came out and paced me last year at my first 24-hour loop race. That went pretty good.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. I'll never do it again. And then Amber and I have known each other for like 5 or 6 years running in San Diego.
Yeah.
And I don't know any of you that well, so
And
So we've
and
all
Andrew
met.
and I met at Moab, I think 2 years ago.
I'm not
2 years
entirely
ago?
sure. You're
3
kind
years
of
ago?
a mythological figure that I've always kind of known about, and you did the media stuff, and just kind of
Yeah.
met you at times, and then you were a very much not explicit pineapple at Cocodona.
Yeah.
Last year. Yeah, the pineapple.
I learned what the pineapple meant, and I got rid of that onesie real quick. And then I went and got a bear onesie instead. So
It's probably better.
I gotta go
That's
with
the best.
safe.
Well, it's like if people. I'm sure if I was a runner and delirious enough, I would have asked you to do a handstand in the pineapple costume.
Oh, the upside down pineapple.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
idea.
I mean,
I'm like, no wonder everyone is so nice to me at aid stations. And I'm wearing my
Like, I wonder what
pineapple
she's-
onesie.
Well, it's kind of whole thing just kind of took over all pineapple culture now. So you know,
Yeah.
pineapple is safe. It doesn't matter what direction it's aiming. But the reason I ask is is Amber, how much of this military lifestyle like does it show during some of these races, especially as you become more like loose and a little discombobulated? Like, does any of that stuff kick in, or Izzy, have you noticed any of that?
Izzy's paced me before on stuff. I just have the mentality you just go and you just handle your business and you get it done. It never even occurred to me once to drop or to quit or to not go. I also didn't have a ride, so that wouldn't have worked out
That
very
helps.
well.
Yeah.
Everyone in my crew was a senior citizen and they
I know.
needed a lot of downtime.
Remember you telling me that. It's like, oh, you can't. That's honestly a smart idea. You have help, and they're going to help you super well because, like, people that age, I don't want to be ageist or anything, but they love you, hopefully. They're going to treat everyone like they're their daughter or granddaughter. And then, but at the same time, it's going to be harder for them to kind of pull you out of the race themselves, you know? They're just going to just give you all that. Like, you don't want to disappoint them. And I don't know the relations to some of these people to you, but like, you don't want to upset someone like that. you
Yeah.
know?
Well, it was my mom
Aw.
and my dad and my aunt. So
Yeah, especially them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you are a product of them, and you don't want to disappoint. If my mom was out there, no, never. I mean, probably, yeah, and I have actually. So
They were on the live stream. I got screenshots of them. Yep. I was
Yeah.
texting her mom, how you doing? She's like, I am so tired. This is a lot of work. I'm like, I know. That's why I didn't go.
Yeah.
Steve, who did you have? Do you have anyone out there helping you then?
I had my buddy Cal was out there. He's actually one of my clients, and I met him at the New York City Marathon last year, and he's out in like Northern California, and he's prepping for the Kodiak, the UTMB 100 miler. So he found out that I wasn't going to have a crew, and he was like, "Oh, I'll come out and crew you and get some elevation training and stuff." And he said he learned a lot. He said it was really cool, and he also learned that he never wants to do a 200. So
That's Cal, Spartan racer Cal, right? He used to do a lot of Spartans?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Cal Kranenberg is his name. He's Australian. He makes friends everywhere he goes. Every aid
Yeah,
station
I made
go
friends
into,
with
he's
him.
talking to people. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, he was just a real solid dude, and hopefully he kills his 100-miler next week at this point.
Yeah,
Or
next
no,
weekend.
Yeah, at the end of this weekend. Yeah. But yeah, it's usually the crew chief, which is my wife. But with the kid, we didn't want to bring the kids up because we did that once and it's just a pain in the butt. So, but yeah, this was the first one where she had to sit home and watch the dot the whole time. So she was freaking out a little bit, but we made it work.
That's cool. You had a client join you. I love that.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm giving him a big discount on his last 2 months of training for sure.
Yeah, I was wondering how that, like, you could be a real piece of work, like, and they're out there helping you, but they're still paying you, which is
Yeah, exactly.
just like you're putting them through a lot of shit, and they're paying you for, but you know, oh yeah, miles are miles, man.
Yeah, exactly. And he got some sleep deprivation training and all that,
Yep.
and elevation training. So I just put it on his training plan. Cruise
Yeah.
Chief. That was about it.
It's a part of coaching him. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
Helping
was
him.
I'm pretty like even to. I usually internalize everything, so I usually don't take anything out on the crew. It's usually all in an
That's
internal
good to
battle.
know.
Yeah,
But
they usually
honestly, you have a good reason to be extra with him because, like, it's all
Yeah,
a good
'cause he's paying.
experience. It's
Yeah,
like,
he's like, oh, you got to get all of it.
yeah, I'm gonna be the worst piece of shit I can be. It's like, or you have an excuse to.
Amber's easy to pace and crew.
Amber was when I didn't know you were military, Amber, until somebody said something after, and I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Oh,
She was
really?
like,
Why'd you
were
think
pretty
that?
s- You're pretty steady the entire time too. Like you had no, at least from what I saw, like no up and downs or anything like that. Just head down, moving forward, that kind of stuff. So,
A little bit of ups, though, right? Like I was fun.
oh yeah, you're fun for sure. Like for me, people say they can't tell if I'm having a good time or a bad time, and I'm okay with that. I just try to ride the highs when I get them, and then kind of suffer through the lows myself. But yeah,
Confident is a
fine.
good.
Am I easy to crew pace, or am I a pain in the ass? It's okay. You can tell the truth.
no, yeah, you were fine. Yeah, we just kept
What
moving.
did you crew
That's
her
the name
for?
of the game. I was with Izzy with the 24-hour. We crewed her with Jake Jackson and Scotty Huffman, I think, and
Melissa,
who's your other
Perez,
friend? And
Mel. You know
yeah.
Mel.
Yep.
Yeah. That was a solid crew.
And,
I feel like Izzy would be kind of demanding, but in a like authoritative, not mean kind of way, like a boss. You know? Is that
Like I
how
know
she
what I
is?
want.
Yeah.
Like a powerful
That's how
woman,
she is as a
type of way.
friend.
Confident, powerful. Okay. Yeah. Not like my life's falling apart, treat me. It's just
Yeah.
like, I know what I want. Give it to me now.
Yeah. Or just
Okay.
leave.
Or just
Okay.
leave.
Yeah.
get out of the way.
Well, yeah, you guys are a lot more better at this than I am. I'm just a wimp, and I go silent, and I never say anything, and I just die inside. And so I
Well,
need to work on that.
you said you would want to pace me or crew me sometime. What are you like as a crew?
I was drunk when I said
you were
that, by the way. I was. I think, was this right before we started the race or during? I told her I was going to
Maybe right after.
I said I was going to be a piece of shit to her during the race with text messages and get drunk and just send her, like, I'm not going to send you, like, oh, you're looking good or, doing strong. I'm just like, I'm in bed right now, sleeping. What are
Yeah.
you doing? Oh, I even sent her like a photo of me, just
Yeah.
like I'm on a couch.
Yeah,
Like,
there was
what are you
a blanket involved.
doing? Just like, yeah, that's what I do to people.
That's motivating, though.
Well, that's what Happy Endings started as. It was just a pacing and crewing company. So
That's awesome.
that's what we still do. We just go across, mainly Stephanie right now, but we help pace and crew people all over the place. So the podcast came right after, or about a year after. So, but this is our 4th year podcasting. So
Wow.
around now for a bit.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's Steve, you've done Cocodona, the notorious first day, difficult in a lot of runners. So how was the first day here in comparison?
So I knew that the first day wasn't going to be as tough as Cocodona was because it wasn't nearly as much climbing or as the heat or anything like that. But it's always like the 30 seconds before the gun goes off for the start line, you're like, holy crap, this is gonna be I'm gonna be out here for a while. So that's when the anxiety is usually at the highest. Then as soon as the gun goes off, that kind of all dissipates because then you're just focused on kind of moving forward. and that's why I just didn't want to go out too fast, but I wanted to push a little bit to get up and over the climb. That was the biggest thing, was get up and over the mountain and then down and then just kind of cruise from there. So I felt pretty good through like the first 50K. Took a break at the 50K, tried to eat. My aid station is usually just mashed potatoes, and mashed potatoes, a Coke, and a ginger ale is usually my go-to. I was feeling a little bit nauseous at the 50K, but one of the girls that I coached, I coached like a small group of girls for cross country out here. She had just moved to Mammoth, and her mom came up to meet me at the 50K, so that kind of helped me not throw up, which was good.
That's cool.
So I had to I had to put on a brave face for them so I didn't throw up everywhere. And I forced down some mashed potatoes and then just kind of headed out. And the section after the 50K was pretty flat and rolling, so I was able to get some pretty good miles in there while still just kind of working out some of the stomach issues, which kind of eventually went away, which was good. But yeah, what definitely, I would say, and like again, I only have it to Cocodona to compare it to. That first day at Cocodona is just a beast. I mean, I think I hit 36 miles in 12 hours, and here I was past that. I would think I was almost to 40 or 50 miles in 12 hours here. So, and the terrain is a lot less harsh. Like you don't have those jagged rocks that are coming out through the Bradshaw Mountains and stuff. So it's a lot more forgiving of a terrain. Didn't have as many blisters as I did the first day at Cocodona, because it's like a cheese grater on your feet that first day at Cocodona, where it just destroys your feet. Or maybe I'm getting better at taping and shoes and socks and stuff. But yeah, I felt pretty good. Felt like in the flow for that first day, like not trying to survive the first day, where you're actually thriving that first day, besides a little bit of stomach issues here and there. And then just kept trying to make it, one step forward at a time. And then, met Amber, like, forget what it was. It was probably, like outside, like Duck Pass or Sherwin Creek or something like that. And we just kind of ran a little bit and then separated, and then we'd run at night together and stuff. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. One night I ran with you the whole night just because I don't like running by myself at night. It was really cool of you to hang out for a few minutes and let me bug you all night.
Yeah. She probably would have smoked me though if she was actually running. She waited for me.
What's up with the night running? Is it just because you're kind of like in the middle of nowhere and you're alone?
Yeah, and
going
everyone's spread out, so I just didn't like running by myself. I can't understand how people just lay down on the side of the trail in the dark. I'm like, I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm like, how are you not gonna get eaten by an animal?
Like later.
So I ran with Steve one night. One night I ran with Andrea and Al, and then another night, some strangers. I was with this guy for 5 or 6 hours, never once asked him his name. He's a lawyer from LA. That's all I know.
A lawyer from LA. So if you're listening
Shout
to
out
this
to him.
Lawyer from LA, get a hold of us.
Thanks.
You were not that memorable apparently to be asked your name. I mean,
So you didn't take any dirt naps?
No, not one actually.
aid stations were pretty good. Like,
They were like,
there was
the furthest apart was like 15, so that's pretty doable.
Yeah.
I usually take a couple dirt naps, but I didn't either. Like, because during the day I was just kind of moving, and at night it was a lot colder, so I didn't want to. I would have started freezing as soon as my core temperature drops down, my fingers start to get real stiff. So I didn't want that to happen.
And it was cold at night.
Yeah, it got a little chilly. I did wake up like in a bush a couple times during the morning, like during the day, where I was just like, I was like walking off the trail, like sleepwalking. I was like,
it's like
that's
you don't know
not the
how
trail.
you got in the bush.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like, that's not the trail anymore.
I stopped taking dirt naps after my first 200. I've never, like Cocodona never took one. Arizona Monster never took one.
Is it because you're scared that a snake's gonna crawl on you?
A garden snake?
No, I just think now I sleep so much at aid stations, and yes, I after I had like an allergic reaction where I had to go to urgent care to concrete that was in a little forested area. Apparently,
Oh,
I just
geez.
sat down on, and I don't know what almost killed me, but I'm just like, the physician was like, you should have an EpiPen with you. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm just not gonna lie in nature ever again. So I think part of that. So yeah, I've been avoiding dirt naps since then. But I take it that you just cherish the dirt, Izzy. Is that what you're getting at?
After Moab, I took so many dirt naps. I was just tired, so tired. And my rule is, because I prefer races without pacers now. My rule is, as soon as I start hallucinating, I do a dirt nap. So it's more for a vision thing too. So I did Bear 100 after Moab, and I took 2 5-minute dirt naps. But 100-milers don't understand dirt naps, so they're shining their light on me. Are you okay? I'm like, leave me alone. I'm snoozing.
You just need a sign. Runner sleeping. Or something
Yeah,
like that.
I'm good. But yeah, for me, it's more of a vision thing. I need to rest my eyes for a few minutes.
I always cherish seeing someone taking a dirt nap. First of all, it means I'm not alone, and second, it means I'm passing you up. And just like, oh yes, I sniped somebody in their sleep.
Get them all
So
down.
the previous group that we talked about, they were kind of surprised. I guess not too surprised based off of the profile, but just like it was a pretty runnable course for the most part. And when I asked them the question, was there any like epic set piece or epic moment, like the first day of Cocodona or climbing Eldon or some other races like Bigfoot with Klickitat? Like, was there any like big memorable sections where it's like, oh, you should train for it specifically for that or just be wary of it? They said it was just like kind of consistent throughout. So like, what did you guys think of, oh yeah, we got some differing opinions. Let's I'm assuming that's what that head shake meant. So let's hear from you guys. The difficulty of the course and what was the most, I guess, difficult section for you guys. Amber, let's start with you.
I didn't think it was similar. I thought each day was so different from the next day. Like in the beginning, you had all those single track up in the mountains, on the trails. And then at night, that first night, I don't even know what that was. It was a bunch of fire roads on kind of rolly stuff. Day 2, you hit that really, really steep, and you would climb something for, 1,000 feet, and you would top out and you think you're good. And then you would just look like you had another big roller in front of you. And it just kept going. You probably did 10 of them. Just like small little soul crushers. But I really liked them. I like that kind of stuff where you just like climb, top out, go flat, with a little tiny descent, and then climb your butt off again. And then you were in the Glass Mountains on that kind of flowy fire road a lot for a while. Then you dropped out towards Mono Lake, super flat. And that was really runnable for miles. Like a 10-mile section was super flat at mile 125. So it felt good to run again then. And then you went back up you crossed the 395 and went back up kind of towards June Lake. That got really steep again. I thought it was, sometimes you're running on pine needles and then it was concrete for a little bit. I just thought it was, a lot of ups, down, a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would echo that too. That second day where you're going up and down those rollers, that's probably what I would train the most for, is just that constant change in elevation, just going up and down. That section just seemed like it went on forever. And
It was
that one
hot.
was probably the most exposed section. So it was a little bit hotter. So that's probably what took a little bit of people out for a little bit. And it was really soft, like pumice sand. So you were like digging in, your poles were sliding in. So that if you're going to train for anything specifically, that's what I would train for besides like the elevation and stuff. And then I think it was the second time we were together, Amber, that second night where like, I guess they forgot about switchbacks on a couple of the mountains where it was just like straight up. There was a couple climbs that were like, I don't know, 1,500 feet just straight up. And just that felt like you're going for forever, just going up the side of a ski. Probably, I think it was underneath the ski lifts, just
At
going
June
climbing
Mountain?
up. Yeah, I think that was it. It just
Yeah, that was
felt
steep.
like it took forever. Yeah, it was just
It was
steep straight up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I found out too, like I like climbing and descending because it keeps me awake. As soon as it's flat or just boring, that's when I start sleepwalking and falling asleep and like have to like shake my head like you do, Izzy, where it's like I need to take a 5-minute nap. But I wasn't smart enough to do that. I would just walk off the trail and wake back up. It was like bumper cars. It would just, the bushes would bump me back in, and or my watch would go off, and I was like, I don't know where that time went, and hopefully I'm going in the right direction because I was asleep for that past mile.
So crazy.
Yeah.
So any hallucinations?
Oh yeah, I posted on my story. I saw I don't know if you saw one of the, like, I was seeing a ton of stuff in like the down tree stumps come out because they were like jutting out everywhere. I thought I saw the Demogorgon from the Stranger Things. It was pretty. So I took a picture of that stump. So like when I was coherent, I can go back and take a look at it. And everybody that I sent it to was like, yeah, that looks exactly like a Demogorgon. So I thought I was dead for a second, but I woke back up.
That's good.
And then there was a couple nighttime sections where we were running on the road, and you know the white line that's on the road, how it like fades sometimes. Whenever I would look down, I started seeing faces in the lines, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta stop looking down and just keep looking forward," because I just saw a ton of faces down there.
Amber, any hallucinating?
Yeah, I had a couple, and the thing that surprised me with my hallucinations was how quick my brain was to create a story to justify the hallucination. Like once I saw this rock that looked like a wiener dog, and instantly I was like, somebody came out here and dropped that poor wiener dog off in the middle of the forest because they didn't want it anymore, and now that dog's just sitting out here, is probably starving, and he's so thirsty and tired, and I should probably go get it and carry it to the aid station. Like I had this whole story within seconds. So I went over to the rock and I bent over to pick it up, and then I realized it was a rock, not a wiener dog.
Were you disappointed?
I was kind of sad. Yeah, I was gonna be like the hero of the day coming in with this wiener dog.
So like at the aid station, you're like, "That's a rock, lady."
Yeah.
Well, she needs to take a mandatory nap.
I did sleep at that next aid station. And then just random stuff, you know, that you instantly, you're like, you see it and then you're like, no, it's not real. Like I saw a photographer at mile something in the middle of nowhere. I was like, oh, that's weird. He's out here. And I like, you know, like gave the photo pose, and then I realized it was a log and not a photographer.
A log.
Oh, that's funny.
I saw like a bunch of cabins too, because like your brain, as soon as it sees like a couple things, it adds the structure to it. I saw a couple big cabins, and then when I come around the corner, I was like, oh, that's not a cabin like I thought it was. It's just a bunch of trees together.
Yeah.
Now, and this is for any of you, really. Do you guys ever? It's happened to me every single 200 now. Whatever is the most recent song I listen to right before the race starts. Like on this year at Arizona Monster, my crew Jason, he dropped me off at the start line. He was playing a lot of the Clash, which I love the Clash, so it wasn't as painful. But the clamp down played in my head the whole entire race the second I got tired. So after the end of the first night, in my head, over and over and over again. Compared to Cocodona, where apparently the last thing I listened to was, I think, TLC, which not a fan. I don't know how that. I don't even know the name of the song.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
No, not that one. It was.
Don't be a scrub.
It wasn't that. Or no scrub. It wasn't no scrub. It wasn't creep. It was something more obscure, and I hated myself, and I was grumpy, but it just kept playing over and over in my head. And does that anything happen like that? Anything similar? Because I'm finding a lot of like moments before I start a race, whatever is happening there, it's like dreaming. Whatever recently happened, you may dream about. Does that happen to you guys at all in any way? Steve, start with you.
Yeah, so this time it was Cyndi Lauper's "Girls Just Want to Have Fun." We're just playing. It was playing over. It sounded like a radio station over and over. And I got back and I was talking to my wife. I was like, I didn't listen to it. I have no idea where that came from. She's like, oh, they were playing it at the start line. So before they were playing it, so she heard it on the live stream and they were playing it. And then that just got stuck in my head. And it was, like you said, anytime you were tired, it just started playing over and over again. And it does sound like a radio station. Like it's clear as day and it's just playing over and over again. And then like during the Mogollon 100 that I did last year, the Who Eminence Front was just playing in my head, if you know that song, like that for the last 50 miles, and just like two parts were playing in my head over and over again. I was like, this is horrific. I can't
Even
get this
the
out of my head.
even the instrumental in the beginning,
Yeah.
like the whole
Yep.
thing. Oh wow.
Yeah. And then it was like the put on, it's a put on, it's a put on, and just stuck in my head over and over again. I was like, oh my God.
It's like I kind of just want to like research this more. Just like we become lucid, but just after a while, we're basically in a dream state, and it's just like
Yeah.
there's a lot of similarities between dreaming and then like day 2 or 3 plus of a one of these races, and it's just for better and worse. Cocodona was a living nightmare. I didn't care for Arizona Monster wasn't as bad, just but now I know. After the third time this has happened to me, I'm putting on some generational bangers on the way to the
Yeah.
start line. So, has anything like that happened to you, Amber?
Not really. But the second night when we were out walking at night with Al and Andrea, there was no phone service and everyone was really sleepy. So Andrea was trying to see what music she had downloaded on her phone, and she found the Pink Pony Club. So we put that on repeat for a while. And then the next day after I had parted ways with them, I had that song stuck in my head for a while. But I only know the one line,
Yeah.
like Pink Pony Club line. I don't know the rest of the words, but I had it stuck in my head for a while.
Yeah, nothing like that playing in your head over and over again. Just that one line.
It's something about leaving Tennessee, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
She's
dancing
out.
maybe.
She's gone now. Dancing at the club. It's just I don't know. She got out. That's a song about getting out,
Yeah.
and something about her mom. I don't know, some other issues. I don't, but good job. But you were a great mother because you instantly drove home to take care of your kids. So
Yeah, maybe I was inspired by the song.
yeah, you're just like
Yeah.
I can't be the Pink Pony Club song. I need to be the opposite of that. I need to go back to Utah. Anything like that happened to you, Izzy?
I don't remember. I haven't raced in a while because I've been, injured this last year. But I know that the Trans Rockies stage races this year, they always have Guns N' Roses at the start line. So that's not a horrible song to be stuck in your head all day.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it depends on what era. Chinese democracy
I
would
was
kind
gonna
of be
say, yeah.
torture.
Okay.
Always the same song they play. What is it?
Uh,
Highway to Hell.
Well,
yeah.
that's AC/DC, but
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. No, it's okay.
Welcome to the
Like,
jungle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
welcome to the
It was
jungle.
one of those. It
Yeah.
was, yeah. I thought it was a Guns N' Roses one, but yeah. I notice it sometimes on long runs, whatever I'm listening to on the drive to my long run.
Yeah.
Be in my head. Been doing a lot of 80s music lately, 80s and 90s, Everything I listened to in high school, I still listen to now. I listened to Goldfinger this morning on my speed workout.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, that's good. Wow. I don't know.
1998 album.
So did you guys listen to anything? Are you guys like a headphones type of tandem over here in these longer races, Amber?
yeah. I listened to a whole audiobook actually. This is going to be interesting because I live in Utah. It was about a polygamous family, but it was interesting. And then I listened to a lot of music as well, but it's kind of the same 15 country songs on repeat.
Do audiobooks hit kind of different in the middle of these races?
It's like you're not even running. You're just like listening to the audiobook, cruising along, thinking about it. It just distracts you.
I actually have not done that yet. It's always been like podcasts or music, but an
Yeah.
audiobook could be interesting, especially a very colorful one.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
high
I listen to
fantasy
murder
stuff.
books while
Okay.
I'm running by myself at night.
That's perfect.
Not
It
at night.
keeps
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Yeah, at night. It makes me keep going.
Keep moving. Yeah.
on a night just like tonight.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
backdrops of the same mountains. It's like, oh boy, this can be fun. What about you, Steve? You
That's
keep
what
yourself
I usually, yeah, during the day, I'm usually pretty good. I try to like just be present, but then at night, just so I stay awake, I usually put some podcasts on. But I found myself listening to music more because when I was listening to podcasts, it would just kind of boring. So I was like, usually I can like get into it, but I'd put music on and then I would actually like listen to the lyrics, and then that would keep me awake instead of just like feeling like I was in the room while other people were talking.
Mm.
And that's what we were out. Amber and I were running through the night one night, and I was like, "Hey, do you mind if I put music on?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I've been listening to my book the whole time." I was like, "Oh, okay." Thanks
Yeah.
for letting me know.
So, I asked the other guesses, but what surprised you guys most about this race? Steve, let's start with you.
I mean, I would say probably just how quick the weather changes out there is just like was ridiculous. Luckily, like even where I was, I missed all the pockets of like the hail and everything like that until I got to the summit of the mountain the second time. But it was like people like were like, "Oh, their weather's coming. It's like at a pool. Or it's just like each individual area had like its own microclimate, which was pretty cool. That's pretty much it. The only thing that really surprised me. I tried to go in pretty prepared with stuff, but that was pretty much it. I carry all my stuff with me too. I'm a heavy pack runner, so I had all my stuff ready to go. It just sucks taking it out and then putting it on and then taking it off and putting it back in your pack and stuff. But yeah, just how if you're not prepared, how quickly that weather changes, you could be in a rough spot if you don't have your stuff with you.
Now, also with you, the altitude. Like I know it stays at a pretty consistent level. Never gets like ridiculously high, but it's still like consistently what 8,000 feet, 9,000.
8,000.
Yeah. So
around there.
how was
Yeah.
that? Being in San Diego. I know you guys have some mountains nearby, but like how was the
Yeah.
altitude?
I didn't feel like I was too bad. So what I would do to prep for this, I did the poor man's altitude training. I would go for a run, eat a big breakfast, and then sit in a sauna for like a half hour, 45 minutes, so my stomach would digest. And it's pretty much the same acclimation as running at altitude. Your blood volume doubles, carries more oxygen to your muscles and everything like that. So I felt pretty good with that. It might have been my little bit of nausea, like hitting the 11,000 peak and then right back down in the beginning. But other than that, I didn't feel like out of breath or labored or anything like that, which was pretty good. So I'm a huge advocate. I try to get all my athletes, if they're at sea level, to be in the sauna after their workouts, if they're going to be at elevation at all.
Good tip.
I'm gonna eat more in the sauna now. That's pretty
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We cook a grilled cheese in there.
Good, yeah.
Big breakfast so that your stomach learns how to
Yeah.
digest in the heat.
Toast your Pop-Tart in there.
Reheat
there you
dinner
go.
from the night before.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, why not? I must say, I'm very jealous seeing the reflection of mountains over there in Amber's window.
Oh, I see it.
They're so. I'm just,
Oh yeah, she lives at like
Oh, my
4,000.
God.
Oh,
so she doesn't
no,
have to worry
more-
about elevation.
I
More,
couldn't
my
even
friend.
at-
Oh, never mind then.
Okay,
What
how
do you
high
live
are
at?
you?
6.
6.
Oh, so
In
we're gonna
Utah.
have to ask her. Yeah, she's in Utah. Legally, they're not allowed to be below 5,000 feet. Or they have
And she gets to
seek
train with Ben
permission.
Light.
Yeah.
And my other new very good friend Jess.
Okay, we're not going to talk about her because she's mine. Okay, she's my friend. She's on loan to you at the moment. But yeah, it's good. Hey, you guys are good running buddies. I'm sure. One day I'll have my moment in the sun. It's just not anytime soon. Yeah, you guys. Oh yeah, you guys have a girl. You guys doing that girls trip still?
This thing behind me? Oh, girls trip. I think they said grill.
I'm
Not
just
grill.
like,
There's a
what the
grill
heck
behind me.
Like, wait, this thing? You're on the girls trip right now?
We're trying to plan a girls trip up to Idaho and rope
Yeah.
Izzy on it too.
Oh,
Like
okay.
run.
So we're just gonna take
Wow.
everyone.
And maybe invite Steve too if he's around,
Okay, so yeah, perfect.
I'll go.
You know what? I will
I
allow
was down
that
for girls'
because
trip.
I would want that to kind of mess with him mentally. This is a girls' trip, and I'm here, but Andrew wasn't invited.
Exactly.
Is that so? What's this? Although you have more facial hair on your chin than I've ever grown on my entire body, so like,
Steve, not Amber. Just clarify.
oh, Steve. And I don't know. It's a little pixelated, so I haven't gotten a great look. So who knows about?
I'm kind of
but,
interested in crewing him now, just to see how big of a whiner. Where do you sign up for next, Andrew?
Oh, me?
Yeah,
You were
I
talking
kind of
about
want to like
sleep while I
maybe
was
pace
shooting.
and curious, see like what a pain in the ass you are.
I'm a chronic waitlist surfer. If you ask Jessica this, the second Jessica, we're talking about Jessica Schiller. She signed up for Black Canyon
Mm-hmm.
100K. She was the very last one to sign up for it. The second I saw that she signed up for it, I thanked her. I'm like, yes, I get to be the first on the wait list, which means I'll get in, but I don't
Yeah.
have to commit yet. I can wait like a few
Yeah.
months, and then I forget. I forgot that I'm high up on the wait list on Cocodona and Tahoe 200, so I'll get into both of those. Only will do Tahoe 200 if the full loop comes back, though.
Mm.
Yeah.
I have friends who've done both in Mammoth and Tahoe, said very similar. And
Mm.
I loved Tahoe, so this makes me want to do Mammoth as well. I really want to do Mammoth, so probably do that next year. But yeah, still trying to do 200, so I'll let you know if you really want to see. I don't talk, though. I'm literally telling you right now, I just don't talk. So,
Interesting.
and people find this out, and then they try to get me talking, and they just won't stop, and they just won't stop talking, asking me questions, and it's torture. And I answer them, but like I'm dead inside with each response.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's me. But it's a fun time. I'm self-sufficient, so you don't have to really
Mhm.
do much. I just like company. I like having someone
Yeah.
around, just in case a bear or mountain lion comes out.
Yeah, I love the
Yeah.
Tahoe crows. Of
You just have
course.
to run. You just have to run faster than them a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got my trekking poles at all times ready, sharpened, ready for
Mhm.
battle. But I forgot the question.
Hey,
I
Andrew,
maybe I'll harass you at Tahoe because I like
Uh-oh.
that course.
Go
I
ahead.
just checked the wait list for Ultra for the Black Canyon, and you're number one on it.
Ooh,
Yeah, I know.
sounds like you're
It
doing
was very,
it.
it was very, very because I think you're right after me, right?
I'm 37.
Okay, well you're getting in. They let off a lot of people, but
Yeah.
so Amber, the question was, what was the most surprising thing about
Oh,
this race for you? Yeah, that
the
was a long time
weather.
ago.
The weather wasn't too surprising because I live there and I've seen how fast it can change, and and it goes from blue skies to rain and then back to blue sky pretty fast. But so outside of the weather, basically the entire race kind of surprised me because I've never gone this far. So in my head, I thought, I mean, I'd run 100 miles before, and at 100 miles, I was done. My body was like, there's no more running happening today. But this race, I was still running well past 100 mile, which was really surprising to me. My blister situation which has nothing to do with the race, actually. It's just my own. But I just blistered on my heels and nowhere else. That was kind of surprising to me. But the race itself, I don't know. I guess everything and nothing kind of at the same time.
Do you want to do another one? I mean, does this make you want to do another 200?
Yeah, I think I would. I don't like prepping for these races though. It was so much logistics. I
Anxiety.
don't know if you get
Yeah.
used to that part of it.
I've gotten a little
Nah.
better, but
The spreadsheet I created was
okay,
hours of labor and love. It was,
well, you get people like us that plan for, and we have a group chat with all my crew, and I'm constantly updating, and I feel bad. Just like you can mute this chat and like try to but I'm someone that likes to get there at the race like at least a week early too.
Oh
So I kind
wow.
of make it a big
Mhm.
event, just so I can just like ease the anxiety and just like be out there. Although with Tahoe, I now know better. Don't sit around in that dust for too long.
Mm.
So, but
Yeah.
yeah, high anxiety, and then you get people like Andrea, who she's doing so many of these. Andrea Moore, that she's doing so many of these that she doesn't have really time to plan until she's done with the one she just did,
yeah.
and it could just be a week of planning. And she shows up and does it, and it's like, okay, I wish I was like that. God damn it.
Does
Well, he
laundry.
has all those drop bags ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just moves them from one race to another.
Yeah, so that is a good thing. You always
Three
have like a
tapes them.
pile ready. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
but
saw
it
her
does.
at an aid station, and she was sitting there asleep with a blanket on her head, and had people working on her feet, and she just had she has it down. She's got that system nailed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
her
Mhm.
crew chief Jackie, the general, she's amazing.
yeah,
Like she everyone. If you're around Andrea, she'll take care of everyone. Like
Mhm.
as long as she's
yeah.
priority. But um,
She did help me too, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you had some Fireball out there, didn't you? Did that help?
Yeah. We were supposed to take it on the summit, but you couldn't even see your hand in front of you to take the
Yeah.
shot. So we waited till we dropped right off the summit a quarter mile. And then
Oh.
I was with Andrea Smith, another gal I spent a bunch of miles with. She's from Orange County. So she had heard that I was going to have a Fireball. So she told her crew to get her a Fireball. So instead of calling, because I was going to try and take the shot with you, Andrew, and Izzy, I think, right? Or I was going to call you guys maybe and do a shot. So
Wow.
I ended up just doing it on the trail with Andrea. But it was nice. It made that last couple miles warm. And
I think we did end up kind of taking it together because around that time I was just sending you pictures of the cocktails I was drinking, which
there was a lot of
I don't remember
cocktails.
what
Yeah.
day that was on.
I went through some
Monday,
razors while you were
9
out
p.m.
there.
Well, Monday, 9 p.m. I was probably still awake. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I remember I texted your mom. I'm like, I have to go to bed now, but please send me photos. Yeah, I couldn't hang anymore. That's right. I
Oh,
remember.
wow.
Yeah,
Someone's
but-
getting old.
Horrible friend.
The shot did get shot. It was good. Yeah.
See, I'm of the mind that fireballs really help. They may obviously there's nobody's favorite shot, but just it has the right amount of
No.
sugar, the right amount of something in it, spice to just kind of like jolt you
Cinnamon.
back. Yeah, it's just like, okay, I'm awake. I'm about to PR this bitch. But only later on in the race. But I don't know. Obviously not everyone drinks, but yeah. Was this your Fireball or an A Station Fireball?
They didn't have any Fireball. The 200s usually have Fireball.
No.
Yeah, I was
I
trying to
don't-
explain to Amber. That's a Trans Rockies thing.
Okay. I was very
No.
surprised. Yeah.
Some aid stations will have it, but the more remote ones, like I know the top of Eldon usually has it.
Oh,
and
okay.
But
It's like a survival thing.
yeah,
You know?
Fucking missed out
Yeah.
on Eldon. What the hell, dude? Like that was.
I know one of the guys I ran with, Mark. He had an IPA in like every one of his drop bags. I was like, that's pretty interesting.
Oh
No,
man.
you can't do that.
I would do a Fireball in a drop
just
bag, but
crushed-
not an IPA.
Yeah,
It kind of
he just
really.
crushed an IPA on the way out of the aid station.
I may start doing this. I'm gonna experiment with it, especially if it's like something like Arizona Monster that has such long, flat, monotonous sections in between, where it's just like, all right, time to throw back.
Are you going to do the beer or the Fireball
Yes,
or both?
just
Whatever is at Mavericks.
whatever I put in a drop bag. My drop bag philosophy is that every drop bag will have kind of the same item in it, but I don't know what goes in there, so I just
Yeah.
close my eyes and sprinkle. It's a nice little surprise.
Yeah.
I know there's hydration in there, but I don't know which one. I know there's alcohol in there, but I don't know which one. We'll see what it is. It's a nice little fun surprise.
Yeah.
So we'll start wrapping this up. But what is your like? Did you guys have like an overall favorite memory about this race? Steve, let's start with you.
I mean, I just liked probably like one of the, I think going around Convict Lake or Crowley Lake. It was just absolutely gorgeous. Like that was the coolest thing for me. And then seeing like the fall foliage among the green pine trees, that was really cool. So, and then about halfway through, I realized that half of the trees were birch trees, and I was like, oh, I freaking love birch trees, and I just didn't know what they were until I was like, oh, those are birch trees. I love them. And then I don't know who has favorite trees, but then I got to see a lot of them, so that was pretty cool. But that was pretty much it, and then the whole experience. And I just love, because the ultra running world is so small already, and then the 200s is like even smaller, so it's like a family reunion every time you get to the start line or packet pickup and stuff like that, seeing all your buddies, and so that's always fun, seeing everybody out there and then meeting new people like Amber.
Oh, thanks.
Look at that. What about you, Amber?
Oh, my favorite part. I was grooving big time coming out of Crooked Meadow. Was that the name of it? Where you do that weird climb and then you get that really long kind of descent towards Mono Lake. I like that part a lot. I just had good country music going in my ear. I was singing out loud. I was by myself.
Country music.
Utah.
What do you? I don't know anything about what you guys listen to there. I didn't know country music was allowed there. Sorry.
Yeah.
I need to visit more. But what kind of country music?
Just a mix, all kinds of
Mix.
stuff. Yeah,
There's some good country out there.
there's
though.
some good country. Yeah,
Also
but
some stuff where I'm like, I don't know what country this is, but
Pop country is the bad stuff.
so is there something that like if someone's I know this you've only done Mammoth 200 Amber, but like if you were to sell this race to anyone curious about doing a 200, what would you think is like the main selling point for this race?
compared to other 200s, or just
just
like if to
from
go
your
do a
experience.
200.
Yeah, just like how would you, like this is why you do this race.
Gotcha. I think Tim, like Tim and Hillary as the RDs, was a big selling point for me. So that's what I would push. Tim makes everyone feel like they're important, and he wears this pin sometimes that says #MidPack Matters, and it's the coolest thing. You could be like last place, first place, in the middle, and he just like everyone feels equally as important and valued, and like he's stoked to see everyone out there. I thought it was really well supported overall. I've not done the other races, but I've been at some of them, and I've seen some of the issues with the other 200s. I don't know if this one, if they're comparable or not, or someone else would probably speak on that than me. But
Objectively watching it, and I'm sure Izzy can chime in too, the production quality and from what we were able to see just was top notch. Like it felt like, Cocodona has now become like the premier as far as like the visibility and their like live streaming and their connectivity with the community. But like there was a lot of similar stuff to this race, which I thought was surprising. Like I didn't know Mountain Outpost was going out there. I mean,
I think Jamil was out there too, right?
Oh,
Wasn't he
I have
running?
no idea.
Oh, well, I don't think I saw.
Okay, I'm not starting.
I don't
Okay,
think so.
Don't like.
don't start rumors, but
That's gonna be the name of this episode now. Was he out there?
Yeah.
But from an objective standpoint, like you followed it a lot, Izzy. I'm sure. Like
I was
what did
glued
you
to the
think?
live stream on Friday. Well, yeah, and just like Hillary, she's a creative. That's what she's good at. So just from the beginning, the graphic design, the logo, the
Dude, it was beautiful.
typeface font, the things I see, the stories, like how many creatives they hired to do this race. They had a social media team. They had a live stream team. They had Tony, wasn't it Tony of the Hills doing reels, like top-notch video people. I mean, obviously Billy Yang was out there doing video. Like,
Yeah.
it was incredible.
he was schlepping up rice balls too at the Path Project's tent in the middle of the night.
Didn't they have an aid station where they just took a Polaroid picture of all of you?
Yeah,
that passed
same
through?
aid
That was the
station.
Path Project.
Seeing
Yeah,
the
that's
creativeness
so
and all
cool.
that.
It's
I
like the
love it.
inaugural year. It's like that
Yeah.
made me miss out. I wish I could. Damn it.
Yeah.
I want a Polaroid
Yeah.
photo of me. Fuck. But so from an objective standpoint, it just seemed really well put together. And like honestly, like already probably just as far as the mainstream one, second behind Cocodona as far as like how connected with community. Obviously, it's not anywhere as big as the other races. The destination trail races are still the largest, like along with Cocodona now. But like they all get 300 plus people signed up for them, and this one had 130. But first year races don't have a lot of people.
I thought they did that on purpose, though. Didn't they want to keep it? Because remember when we interviewed Hillary? I think she wanted to keep it a certain amount this first year on purpose.
Yeah, it was still open. There's still quite a few spaces.
Oh, okay.
Because I kept getting invites. I think they just realized, hey, didn't you say on this podcast that you were going to do it with, and then you challenged Kevin Goldberg and backed out, and he's like,
Me?
yeah,
I know. That's what I do on Instagram. Well, I'm for sure signed up for Bradshaw. My name's on there.
Yeah,
It's happening.
I
already talked to my coach. We start December.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yep. After TRE,
Nice.
because we know what happens at TRE. There's no running happening.
Let me talk. I'm going to talk to your coach.
And I liked how Hillary, you guys probably didn't see this because you were running, but how they took a chance on a lot of things, like first time with prize money for 200, right?
Oh, that was nice.
That's
Yeah.
historical. All female commentators. That was pretty different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked all that stuff.
Yeah.
And she was there. She handed a medal or the buckle to everyone who finished, which is really cool
Yeah.
for a race director to do. It's tough. And I mean, also to deal with the logistics of rerouting the last 14 miles of the course
Hmm.
relatively quickly and keeping everybody safe. It's a hard call to make, to say like, okay, you're going to skip the mountain, but we're going to reroute you. But it allowed people to keep, finishing the race. So I gave her kudos for that, and saying like, it means a lot when the race director's at the end
Hmm.
giving you a buckle.
Hmm.
So it's just that like mutual respect
Yeah.
for all the runners, and then, for the race director. So, yeah, I think it was almost flawless for like a first time 200 for sure.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I thought heading into it, because they put on the Trail Fest
Hmm.
so well. It's like a huge event. And I feel like they did do a great job of creating that FOMO, kind of like how Cocodona does with the Mount Post, where it's like, crap, I should have run this. And I'm watching the live stream, and it looks like a lot of fun, but it's also really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was like interviewed at some, I felt like just at some point, man. It was great. They had a lot of
Yeah.
people on the ground floor
Hmm.
just following. So it was just well put together and definitely something that will only get better. Um, as we know, the 200 scene is growing exponentially, and
Yeah.
some races are struggling. Oregon 200 is not coming back. That mainly due to the
Mm.
fires, but they also never had big numbers to begin with.
Right.
Hmm.
Some other ones are just constantly just a low number, and we don't know how much longer they'll be lasting. So,
Hmm.
first year is always, this is a good turnout for a first year. I mean, Divide 200 had a low number this year, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like you're really rooting for some of these more beautiful races that have all this effort put into it. So, really hoping that this race will continue to grow, because from an objective standpoint, it looked amazing. But Steve, what about you? Like, if you were to sell this race to someone, especially as a coach,
Mm.
how would you sell it to them? What stands out to you?
I mean, I think just like you said, like the runnable terrain and whatever like runnable is to you, whether that's like a faster power hike on the flats, but the eight station cutoffs were pretty, I would say, aggressive for like the first three or four, but then it dropped from there. So
Hmm.
if you made it past those first three or four, you were you could finish. So as long as you were moving, so I think it's like on one of those side, I wouldn't say easier, but like it's a very doable 200, where it doesn't seem as exponentially tough as something like a Cocodona, where it's like ridiculous to kind of keep moving in the heat and everything like that. So that's kind of would be my selling point, just the beauty of it, how well it was run, and then just the runnability of it, just being able to, so if you just keep moving, it's probably very good for through hikers too, because
Mm.
they would, it's a great environment for through hikers. They'd be able to crush it. Yeah, so that, just the whole environment around it. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I would tell people to sign up for it.
That's awesome. It just makes me want to do it more these past few days, talking to everyone. This has been an epic series of recaps. Happy to get more from you guys, though. Just a little more detail on some things. Before we wrap this up, Izzy, do you have any questions, or do you guys have any questions for each other, or anything you want to throw out there?
Steve, what was your final mileage, out of curiosity?
I think I hit 220. I think that's where I was at. Right.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I had 219.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
was at 214. The course was advertised as 214, so I get it was probably a couple out max. And
Yeah.
And wasn't the cutoff
off the trail.
110? Like
Yeah.
110. So it is even with the added mileage, that's still that's still an over 30-minute pace average.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very generous cutoff, but I guess he said the first few stations were more tight.
Yeah, the first three were the tightest, I think, and then it like, just even in my like low and slow plan, I was like an hour ahead of the cutoffs if I stuck to that, and then if I kept that pace off, it dropped to like you were 5 hours ahead of the cutoff. So
Yeah.
it's very
Okay.
just
Thought
get through
the
that
same
first
thing.
day. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining. We're going to end this with something we call Can't Let It Go. since there's only two or three or four of us, didn't do it last episode. There's way too many people. But just really fast, anything that's been on your mind, running or non-running related, you don't mind sharing. That's just kind of occupying your brain fogged headspace right now. Like, for example, I'll go first. Leaving for Ohio tomorrow. We'll be gone for about a week. That's where my family's from, Ohio and Sweden. So, taking Regina there, and this is the first time we're going as like runners. So it's like, ooh, we'll see what Ohio has to offer. So we're excited. We're gonna be in Amish country, and let me tell you, man, those Amish people, like, I don't know, it sounds derogatory the way I just made it sound, but but like they are the best cyclists in the world. Like growing up, just like a 90-year-old grandma booking it uphill with a one single speed bike with like hauling ass with groceries, going like 30 miles an hour on a like 20% grade. Like it's insane. So I'm excited to go back and just like see it from a new perspective, like a running perspective. And so yeah, that's what's going on with me. Izzy, what about you?
I'm just trying to grow my run club, Ultra Buds Run Club. We got 5 chapters now, so at that point, where do we want to make it a nonprofit now, so that we can actually do some more things for our members and get grants? But it's a process, and it costs money to be a nonprofit. So, and you have to have a board. So, just kind of those pros and cons. Do we just keep doing what we're doing, or do we change it a little?
Yeah, that's fun though. That's an exciting development.
Yeah, just helping out more runners. It's pretty cool when you see beginners, or now I'm seeing a lot more masters runners, like those 67-year-olds who are still out there running trail races and ultras. It's pretty rad.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's great. Amber, what about you?
Oh, since I got back in town 6 days ago, I would go to the grocery store every day because I'm just like a daily shopper. It's a bad habit, but that's what I do. And I've been trying to get this turkey for Thanksgiving because I prep very far in advance for Thanksgiving. Wow. I'm on this order forms for turkeys. And they already sold out of the heirloom turkey. So every day when I go into the store now, I keep asking the manager if anyone's dropped off the list so I can take their spot. And it's no one's budged yet. So every day I go in and I ask. And one of these days someone's going to drop off and I can take their spot. So I can get this heirloom organic turkey for next month.
Heard of this.
This is the hardest waitlist thing I've ever heard of.
This is a lot. Pray for me, please, guys.
We will.
Isn't there turkeys just running around? Can't you go grab one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of wild turkey. I don't know if you can shoot them, though, here. If you need a permit, if you, run one over on accident, you can just take it home.
You don't have to shoot it. You just go grab it.
You grab it, but then you break its neck at home.
Oh my gosh! Do you? Is that how you do it?
Or you lay it on a cutting block and you chop off the head.
I think you chop off the head, but then no, that's Mike the chicken. Never mind, the chicken that lived for like a year with his head chopped off.
Well, chickens have a kill bone. If you break the kill bone, it kills them instantly.
I hope that's what the kill bone does. If you break the kill bone and they kept living, I'm just That's a funny name for it. I didn't know. I'm gonna have to Google this, man. The kill bone.
You need to come visit me out here in Utah.
No, we need to. We keep talking.
We'll meet you there.
Like
Izzy will come too.
Run up there. Yeah, we can have a girls and guy, a co-ed.
Yeah.
Well, the guy who won the Mammoth lives here in the same town as me, so I think if we just run a little bit more in these mountains, we'll be more like Jimmy.
Is he on Strava? Maybe just kind of scout his routes out.
See where he's going to be stopping.
Still some of his crowns and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Go get some segments.
No one's going to question that. It's like, wow, you took my crown. Oh, you're at Mammoth. How did you do? It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Something's up here. So, and then we'll end with you, Steve. Anything?
Just heading out to direct a race in West Virginia. So hoping to keep everybody safe, just like Hillary and Tim did. It's always cool to see other race directors. This is kind of a smaller race, so trying to grow that. And then it's a loop course, which is pretty cool. So it's kind of like a party atmosphere at the top. It's not an easy 50K. It's a 50K with like 5,500 feet of climbing. And the 10K loop is it's around 900 feet of climbing. So all of the climbing comes in the second half of the loop. So everybody feels pretty cool heading down. Then they go hit the rocky trails and they're like, holy crap. By the end of the 50K, there's not a whole lot of people who like me, but I'm okay with that. The 10Kers and 5Kers like me. So just hoping everybody has a good race, keep them safe, and hopefully the weather holds out. That's really the big thing. And hopefully I hold out because I'm taking the red eye and then heading right to the trail to market, and then I'll be on my feet from like 4 a.m. to whenever the last runner comes across on Saturday afternoon.
Perfect recovery. You're gonna wear all your
Yeah,
Mammoth
exactly.
merch.
I do. I'll try to wear my Cocodona hat, maybe maybe the Mammoth shirt, Mammoth sweatshirt, and I like to advertise. And then everybody goes, "Oh, you run it? Of course I ran it. Come on, man. I'm a race director."
I'd be offended if nobody asked you about any of the things you're wearing.
Yeah, I always wear my Cocodona hat or like a hat to like the New York City Marathon. What the hell is it called? The expo. Nobody asks about it.
Yeah.
It's pretty rude. It's pretty rude.
It is rude. But see, if they don't ask, it's your responsibility to tell them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you know, we do it in subtle ways.
Yeah. Just walk around belt buckle forward.
Yeah, and just like, why are you pelvic thrusting towards me? What are you doing? What are you doing? Just like, you okay, man? Like, you got a hernia?
Yeah.
Stretch it out.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. This was a beautiful recap, a little more detailed. I appreciate it. I'm jealous of those mountains, Amber. Steve, I like that color of blue.
Thank you.
And then Izzy
Hides the mess behind me.
I think Izzy is about to hit that treadmill up in her plethora of medals.
Medals, yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness. And then, as always, I believe so she did behind me. So we all got some great backdrops. I won't keep you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Another wonderful episode. As always, happy endings and take care.
Hey guys, sorry I missed this week's episode. And since we missed last week's Can't Let It Go, you know I had to come on and chime in. I want to stick to two Can't Let It Go's because that's what my thing is. First one is that I'm pretty excited about Ghost Train. It's a 30-hour race in New Hampshire. And of course, I cannot take first place because last year the record was 15:30. And I know that's not in my wheelhouse. But I was contemplating doing an extra loop since it's a timed event and maybe going for 115 miles. If not, it's a flat course. Hopefully do sub 24. We'll see how it goes. I bought 2 different tickets home and I will cancel the flight that doesn't work out. And then as for my other Can't Let It Go, I need to mention that Regina has convinced me to apply for Hard Rock. And I want it out there that I absolutely do not want to do it, but she said it would be good to increase the odds of more women getting in. And you know how I feel about that. So fingers crossed I don't get in, but I'm rooting for the other amazing women that I know that have applied to get in. And I hope y'all had a good episode. Happy endings!